Welcome, everyone. I'm Cristina Paziura, lead analyst for IoT at the GSMA Intelligence, which is the Data and Insights unit of the GSMA. I am joined today by floLIVE, a special in IoT connectivity solutions, and Bayobab, who is a next-generation services company connecting Africa with digital solutions, among which is IoT. Today, we are talking about these two partners' collaboration. Specifically, why Bayobab decided to work with floLIVE and how the end result managed to address the IoT needs, mainly of the automotive and utility sectors. From floLIVE, we have Jigar, and from Bayobab, we have Arne with us. Guys, welcome.
Thank you,
Would you
Christina.
like to
Thank you, Christina.
introduce yourselves and your roles within your companies?
Sure. Thank you. I'll go first. Hi, my name is Jigar Swali. I'm the co-founder and VP for APAC and Africa for floLIVE. And as my role in the company entails making sure and expanding the business for IoT in Africa and APAC, and making sure that we work with the needs and challenges of the enterprise MNOs and MVNOs, and to bring connectivity into Africa with our partner Bayobab.
Hi, everyone. My name is Arne Kastelein. I am the General Manager for Communication Platform Sales at Bayobab. Bayobab is 100% owned by the MTN Group, and we are acting as the wholesale arm of the MTN Group. In my remit is international voice, messaging, international roaming, and value-added services such as Internet of Things.
Great. Let's go straight then into your IoT business. So, what are the most mature IoT use cases you are currently observing in the market? And maybe can you tell us a little bit on why you would identify perhaps specific sectors that are leading in IoT adoption? Arne, would you like to start?
Yeah, thank you, Christina. Well, of course, there are several important sectors in IoT, but if I need to pick one or two, I would start with the automotive sector. The automotive sector, we've seen a bigger demand every year. And predominantly, this is because, the cars get smarter, smart cars. And that is, in essence, to have a predictive maintenance. The vehicles are more and more connected to see, traffic jams, etc. Especially for the manufacturers of cars, they can then schedule the maintenances of the cars much more effectively. Another thing is, of course, the fleet management. Goes without saying, if you have all the cars that you can track and you know where they are, your fleet management is much more effective. You can optimize routes for your drivers. You monitor their behavior, and on top of that, you can reduce even the fuel consumption. So that is very valuable for all these logistic companies. I would say that is the main thing that we see at the moment, also in Africa.
Yes, if I could add to that, just adding on to what Arnie said, yes, connected cars are one of the biggest things that we're working with Bayobab as a partner to do the fleet management and to the driver behavior ADAS as well. But the second biggest use case where we see is the utility sector. And this is becoming a very big and large market with the smart metering that's happening. And this is also connected to the grids becoming more and more smart, but also the rollout of smart metering in both the water and electricity, and also helping down to the water management and utilities management becoming a big factor. So IoT is becoming at the center of this use case in order to make sure that the end-to-end utilities are IoT centric, and that we're in the middle of ensuring that we connected much part of that utilities ecosystem as possible, with Bayobab providing us with that connectivity in Africa.
Thank you, Jigar. So in your experience then, what are the specific requirements that mobile network operators who are working in IoT they need to meet in order to support the growing demands of enterprises?
Yeah, thank you, Christina. It's a very good question. And I think there are some key challenges from the enterprises that we see in the real world that we're bringing to Bayobab to see and how to address. So the biggest thing we need is coverage. So without coverage, it's not going to be possible to be able to provide this. So coverage in terms of not only having a single network in a country, but a multi-network in the same country, coverage across countries that are connected to each other. So for example, if you have connected cars, you want connectivity not only within a specific country or boundary, but you want the neighboring countries because these cars are transient, fleet management is transient, so they're going from one car to another. So coverage is the most important part of what the MNOs need to bring to the table to address enterprises. Pricing is also key. As you know, for low volume IoT use cases, the price per meg is not relevant. But when it comes to high volume IoT use cases, which now we're talking of automotive, especially when you have infotainment, then we need to make sure that we have competitive pricing. And working with a Africa-centric provider like Bayobab ensures that we get market competitive pricing over other roaming solutions from IMSIs outside of Africa. Another thing to address is permanent roaming, of course. So when you are a roamer and you're visiting a country and you're there for a few days or a couple of weeks, that's fine. But when you're talking of smart metering or utilities and connected cars or automotive in this case, you have devices that are staying for a longer period. So we wanted to make sure that permanent roaming and any regulatory requirements are addressed so that the enterprise can have confidence in this solution, not just from a connection point of view, but also from a regulatory point of view, which we know is very, very important. And one of the other challenges that Bayobab has helped us address is the local breakout. So building out POPs and packet gateways within specific countries or regionalizing those ensures that we have a very low latency. We are also localizing the devices to ensure that the content and anything related to those devices is specific to those geographical areas to ensure that the customer experience is what they expect it to be. So yes, these are some of the challenges that the MNOs or Bayobab has helped us address.
Thank you, Jigar.
Yeah.
Arne, would you like to add anything to that? Like, do you see this the same way?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is where we walk hand in hand with our partner floLIVE, because the main task of Bayobab to ensure this connectivity is, of course, to have these roaming agreements with our MNO partners. So these IMSIs, these SIM cards can latch on to the networks. So not only our own MTN networks, but also the other networks in the same country or third-party networks. And in addition to that, we mentioned the price. So price is, of course, very important when you go for high volume data consumption. So with our partners, we agree on certain price terms, and that will enable us to then help the enterprises, the users of these SIMs, of these IoT devices to latch onto the network at a reasonable cost. And furthermore, yeah, sorry, I would just like to add also, of course, MTN does what it takes to have a robust and secure network. So this becomes also very important for IoT, the backups as Jigar mentioned on the networks, but also the connectivity as such need to be a robust and secure network.
Thank you both. So you shared, I guess, all the factors that led you to choose floLIVE as a solution partner. Maybe a follow-up question, Arne. So how does the combined solution of yours with floLIVE's platform address the unique needs of the automotive and the utility sectors?
Yeah. So the reason we selected floLIVE is multifold. So floLIVE is quite known in the industry. We looked for a provider that has experience in Africa, which they have, and scalability and flexibility of their solution. But working with them, they were very flexible, and it's a kind of a pay-as-you-grow model. Sorry. So that was also very important. I mentioned security. IoT must be having all the security in place to avoid hackers. And you just can imagine if a hacker has access to a smart car, what damage can be done. So that needs to be in place. That was a critical concern, but that is fully addressed by the floLIVE solution. They help us also with the local regulatory because we cannot be everywhere at the same time. Plus, lastly, the local breakouts, the packet gateways, etc. They help us with that installation to lower the latencies. So these were the main points that we partnered with floLIVE. Apart from a solution provider, also floLIVE is our partner in reselling our connectivity to global enterprises. Again, we don't have a huge army of salespeople to go out there and sell IoT out there in the world to provide Africa as a footprint. So there also floLIVE has all these relationships in place, and they help us to resell our solution. So that's the main thing that we selected floLIVE. Thank you.
Fantastic. Anything to add to that, Jigar?
Yes. Again, I think the partnership with Bayobab was a natural partnership because when we began this journey together to set up the IoT ecosystem in Africa, Bayobab MTN was the biggest network in Africa, biggest network group, MNO group in Africa, and that's why it was our choice of MNO partner to go and bring IoT connectivity for our global enterprises. So we have worked, as Arne says, in a partnership model to be able to help them from the first SIM to where we are now. And we have also along the way learned a lot of lessons and added to our experience of rollout in Africa for IoT. So it's truly been a true partnership in order to learn and help each other in terms of rolling out the IoT connectivity in Africa. And we couldn't have asked for a better partner than Bayobab for this.
Great thoughts. So a final question, Arne, since implementing floLIVE solutions, what were the key improvements and the success metrics that you have observed? Like, would you have any specific success factors, perhaps, that highlight the strength of this partnership?
Yes. So we started several years ago. And ever since then, thanks to floLIVE's expertise also, we have a huge operational efficiency created. Now, one of the things we did from early in the beginning that we saw, that we said, okay, floLIVE, you should do the managed services. Yeah, you should take care of support level 2 and 3, whilst we as Bayobab take support level 1. And having the experts on the handles of the platform makes a huge difference. Yeah, they are the provider of the platform. They know how it works. And so we save a lot of time there with them. And They also provide an IMSI library that we can use, which is very handy because, again, from day one, we didn't have all the coverage in Africa. So if we go into RFPs, let's say, we could use their second IMSI as a backup for our IMSI. So our coverage was much larger together than only with the Bayobab global IMSI. So that helped us also a lot to win business.
Any comments on this input, Jigar?
Yes, I think as Arnie said, I think what we did together with Bayobab is sort of synergize their goals and their target for Africa in terms of what they would like to do. Took the challenges that we had from enterprises and took the platform that Bayobab has as an MNO with all the coverage that they have and put together what we believe is a robust and market-leading solution for Africa for IoT, and also the fact that we were, working directly with the MNOs, the technological challenges, the regulatory challenges, the challenges on the ground between different countries was all made quite easy to operationalize this. So with our technical expertise and Bayobab's vision and operational efficiency, we believe we've created this fantastic partnership. And it, as I said in my earlier answer in the question before, Christina, that it's a partnership that's helped also floLIVE understand and make our business in Africa a lot more efficient. And the user experience that we've managed to create, I think, is second to none.
Thank you, everyone. It's been great hearing about this great collaboration story. Now this wraps up our fireside chat. We have a couple of exciting things lined up for MWC 2025. Now, the GSMA Intelligence has been working with floLIVE to uncover the latest operator trends in IoT, the challenges they face, how floLIVE as a partner can help overcome them. Now, this is going to be available via report very soon. And mark your calendars. We'll dive into that in a live webinar we are planning for March the 12th, which is soon after MWC. Now, Jigar, would you like to tell us a little bit very quickly about floLIVE's plans for MWC?
Sure. Thank you, Christina. Yes, absolutely. We are very, very excited to be at MWC as we always are. So we'll be there with the whole team, and we are welcoming all our current customers and our potential customers, MNOs, MVNOs, IoT service providers, enterprise customers. Please come and see us. We will be in Hall 2, 2B34, and the whole team is there to show you not only what we have as our current solutions, but all that we have coming up in our roadmap and our innovations for the future. So we very much look forward to MWC. As always, it's a flagship event, and we very much look forward to welcoming whoever can come and see us, and very excited to be there.
Great. And Arne, what is it that you are mostly looking forward to for MWC?
Yeah, so as always, there will be a nice MTN delegation there. Also, some people from Bayobab will be attending Mobile World Congress. And I think one of the big things is to look at data centers, technologies, artificial intelligence, what everybody talks about. And for sure, also Internet of Things will be interested to see the technologies on 5G, on local breakouts, on, you name it. It will be there at Mobile World Congress, and we're looking forward to see that.
Thank you again. And I look forward to seeing you in person in Barcelona. And thanks everyone for attending our fireside chat.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you so
Arne.
much.
Bye.
Thank you, Jigar, Christina.
Bye.